So hello and welcome back to my video guys, and in today's vlog I'll be showing you my set of books that I have. So I've categorized these books into three sections. As you can see, these are the entrepreneurial books, these are the self-help ones, and these are biography books. So right now I'll be starting off with entrepreneurial books. The reason is simple, because I love reading these types of books. So the first book that I have is 12 and a half by Gary Vaynerchuk. Now for those of you who don't know who Gary is, Gary V, like Gary Vaynerchuk, also known as Gary V, he is a serial entrepreneur, author and angel investor with his early investments in companies like Facebook, Tumblr, Uber, then we have Snapchat. All these companies he have invested very early, and these companies have really been successful. So we can tell that Gary is very smart with his early investments. So coming back to this book, Gary talks about 12 moral values that you can implement in your business or in your life also. It's not just about the business. So this will help you build a strong emotional intelligence for your success in business or in day-to-day life. Next book we have is same from Gary Vee himself. This is Crush It, Cash In on Your Passion. So this book is about business, totally about business, from content creation to personal branding, from networking to marketing strategies. This book has a 360-degree approach, so you can read this book if you're really interested in getting into business, and especially like online business. But not only online business, you can read it for any business if you want. Coming back to the next book, we have .com Secrets, the underground playbook for growing your company online. So as you can see, this is a book that everybody must read. If you're trying to get into e-commerce or any online business, you must read this book, because this book covers everything that requires your online brand to grow, like from creating marketing and sales funnels to getting your dream customers and making them the regular ones. This book has everything in it. It also covers lots and lots of cold mail techniques that you can use in any, like, to reach out clients or anyone. The next book we have is the E-Myth Revisited. This book is very popular in the entrepreneur industry, because this book covers lots and lots of important things that any entrepreneur must understand before starting a business. Now one of the lines that I can tell you from this book, I have not read it full. If you can see, here is my bookmark, so I have not read it full. One of the important line that I have understood in this book is that understanding a technical work of a company doesn't mean that you understand a company that do any technical work. So giving an example to this statement means, if you are a software engineer at a software company, if you can understand the work that is being done for building software, doesn't mean that you understand how the company works. So this book has very important things that is discussed. So if you are really interested into building a small business and then growing it to a larger extent, you should read this book. So the next book we have is the Millionaire Fastlane. This book is also very interesting. This talks about the wealth creation with 3 examples of side land, sidewalk and fast land. So if you are interested into understanding about these topics, you can read the book. So the next book we have is from Tony Robbins, a very interesting author. The book is Money Master the Game, 7 Simple Steps to Financial Freedom. This book is totally about stock market and in financial investment. So if you're interested in these things, you can read the book. And last book that I have is Before You Start Up. As the title mentions, this book covers everything. What are the things that you need to keep in mind before starting up a business or any sort of like service agencies and all. So if you're interested in these things or interested into starting up your business, read this book. Now coming to the self-help books, I have also got bunch of them, starting off with the Robin Sharma, Who Will Cry When You Die, a very nice book. Topics are very small and everything is clear cut. There is nothing complicated to understand in this book. So if you're a fan of Robin Sharma, you can read this book for sure. Now the next book we have is The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. This book is also famous in the entrepreneurial industry, but not as a business book. This is famous as a self-help book, because you can relate this book to Atomic Habits, but not totally, because this is also about habits and all those things that is required in life, success, income, as you can see here what it mentions. Next book we have is Attitude is Everything. This book is very popular by Jeff Keller. So if you're suffering with bad attitude, read this book. The next book we have is The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F. Now this is also a very interesting book to read. Very popular book. I think you might have heard of this book somewhere. So if you are interested in this book, you can read. Now the next we have is the Dopamine Detox. If you go on YouTube or any other social platforms and try to search about dopamine detox and how to perform a successful dopamine detox, you will get a lot of videos talking about the benefit of dopamine detox, providing you the informations of dopamine detox, but the actual practical steps you are not going to get it, and this book has it all. So if you are interested into performing a dopamine detox, as this is very important in today's world because of the social media and all this platform, our dopamine level has massively overstimulated, and if you want to bring back the focus in your head, you have to restrict the dopamine to its limit. So in order to do that, you can follow the practical steps in this book and get it done. The next book we have is The Secret of Divine Love. This is a very interesting book if you want to read. And the last book in this section we have is Cant Hurt Me by David Goggins. This book is totally about mental toughness. This book has a totally different approach of how you look at a suffering and try to overcome that, because David Goggins talks about his own personal sufferings and how he overcome those sufferings to becoming a successful Navy SEAL. So if you're interested into reading his story, you should definitely read it, because this book is very popular and very popular in the industry. So that is it for this category, and now I have a few biography books. I'll be just going through them very fast. This is Suarez, Messi and Neymar, story about this trio and how they got into the club and what are the legacy that they have created for the club. Next we have The Making of the Greatest Jack Ma. This book is about Jack Ma, how he went on to building Alibaba.com after discovering internet for the first time when he was 40 years old. 4040, yeah, that is a huge number. Like, people at this age, they think that they have done the most in their life, but this guy went on to building the biggest e-commerce platform after discovering internet at such a late age. So if you're interested in knowing the story of this guy, you can read this book. Next I have The American Kingpin, Catching the $1 Billion Baron on Dark Web. So this book is about I cannot pronounce the title. He was the one who built Silk Road, the biggest drug empire on dark web, and how he went on to building that from his childhood till he got arrested. Everything is there in this book. So if you are interested in understanding the story of dark web or the Silk Road, you can read this book. Very interesting and thrilling. So the last book in this category and also in this video is Permanent Record by Edward Snowden. Now in this book, Snowden talks about his childhood, how he got into computers and the cyber world, and went on to leaking the highly classified informations of NSA, National Security Agency. So if you are interested in tech and cyber security or IT, anything, you should read this book, because this is very interesting and you'll get to learn a lot of things from this book. So that is it for this video, guys. These were the set of books that I read or I have read. These are the set of books you can see. And few mistakes that I have made in this video is that I could not keep my eye contact on the camera right now, because this video I'm recording it from the front camera of the phone, so it's really confusing whether to look at the camera or to look at myself on the screen. And I'm also looking forward to improving the video production level of my video, because this is not up to the mark according to my expectations. And the reason behind this is very simple. Due to my schedule being very tight in the daytime, I'm recording this video at night. So if you enjoyed watching my video, or if you did not enjoy watching my video, consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Good night.